you know, I thought there'd be at least a couple of abstentions. I know that no one on the NEC would actually want to, you know, vote no, but no abstentions. I don't know what they drinking and smoking. My God. Anyway, I want to thank J. David Collins, the national president. And I could say that about 3,000 times and feel better each time. When we met, I said, "Did you take down the sign outside the entrance?" He said, "What sign?" I said, "You know, the one, leave all joy and enthusiasm at the door." I think that's a lot. It's so refreshing to have you in this position. And I do remember you when you were local president at Salisbury, local 1739. Oh, that's damn good for a guy who can't. 62 years old. Yeah, so local 1738. And he, I think, had the whole unit, 100% union membership. He then went up to executive vice president of our largest council, VA Council. I was still keeping my eye on him. I didn't want to fall off that tightrope. And then he moved up to NST, where he brought back AHG financially tremendously. And now is in his rightful position, which he probably doesn't remember, but I think it was at the 2003 convention in Las Vegas. I walked outside, you were just standing there, you were just finished talking with someone, and he leaned over to me and said, "If they don't do things right, I'm going to be national president." And I thought, you know, yeah, the next guy will tell me that, and the next guy, but that's, the more I walked it on, I was like, yeah, whoa. So anyway, yeah, we did save your jobs, probably more than that time, but
It was.
I know the employees here appreciate you. You know, having been here 35 years, I can say I really appreciate it. So, is Eugene still here?
He's around.
Okay. Come on out, your day's not done. So, Eugene's right, you know, as a local officer, he always pushed the envelope. Sometimes the envelope ripped. His NR, his MVP just really didn't like him that much. And she'd be calling me every week, telling me some, you know, like, he was 2 minutes late, can I fire him now? And I'm like, please, let's calm down. He took an hour and minute lunch. I go, please, you know, let's not go there. So, Eugene, I think you knew that your MVP was not crazy about you. Let me just say that Eugene did the only honorable thing. He ran against her. I'm going to pay Eugene what I think is the highest compliment you can pay a union officer. And it doesn't sound like it right away. It's not a term that people use all the time in a good sense, but give me a moment afterwards to explain it. I think Eugene is a lifelong rabble-rouser. And I bet when his mother would give him the Gerbers, he'd go, I want 2 Gerbers. And maybe negotiate to a Gerber and a half, right? Anyway, the thing that's so important is unions need people that stir it up. Unions need people that push the envelope, to voice concerns that no one else has voiced, because unions can be large bureaucracies with everyone have to calling your local president, your council president, your MVP, and who else before you can get to the general counsel's office. That's a lot of work for someone losing their job. So we were hemorrhaging members through probably mid-'80s to mid-'90s. And rabble-rousers kept us going. They gave us new ways. We had a vision conference, which was so far out. You know, the thinking there, you know, led to great ideas. The Chicago conference, I don't remember, the mission conference. Every activist in AFG got together and went to the boards and came up with some great ideas that kept us floating. But I guess my point is, you know, some people see Eugene and it's like, oh, he's going to be against this again. Like I thought, I didn't think, oh, who knew? But anyway, in the highest, most complimentary sense, you are a career rabble-rouser, and you don't let this union get stagnant. And I want to thank you for that, because I love this union.
Well, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it.
My job is not done. I'm more officer than 4 special people, if you can bear with me. Because if anyone goes, 2 minutes.
No, they'll shut your mic off.
I was going to say,
I experienced that.
what are they going to do to me, retire me? The MVP for women's and fair practices. This woman is so amazing. She used to babysit Martin Luther King, the Reverend Honorable Martin Luther King.
I didn't babysit, I played with
You
him.
played. Oh, I thought you babysat him. If he got out of, I thought, but if he got out of line, you'd give him a punch on the tuchus.
I was locking him in the cellar.
First time I heard her talk about Martin Luther King, she goes, "Oh, you must mean Marty." I'm like, Marty King? Anyway, you're a miracle. If I have half as much energy tomorrow as you have today at your age, you are the 8th wonder of the world. I'm going to thank 2 co-conspirators, and then I'm going to thank 4 people, 2 have passed away, and 2 are here, and they made a tremendous difference in my work life, no question. So, David? Oh, yes. I know you can push this thing, you son of a gun. I gave AFGE 5 months' notice of my retirement because I thought they deserved it, and frankly, I needed that time to load all my CDs on my iPod. So they went out and they did a national search. I was so impressed. I became general counsel because they told me to move down in office. I was like, a national search? This is scary. So one was a lawyer who's a friend of mine, and the other was this law professor. And I'm going, a law professor? What the hell do they know? And sure enough, other than David, he didn't know a hell of a lot. All he did was keep pissing me off. So I had heard they had hired David Bohr, who was executive director of Massachusetts Teachers Association, before that general counsel of the flight attendants. Yeah. So I mean, he came with a huge resume. And in all honesty, I wasn't worried at all about whether they picked someone